What's up, Army Brothers? This is your commission. Who's your daddy? Here to do the round two recap for the playoffs. And I'm going to start off by doing the consolation rounds first. Consolation rounds featured the Chosen One versus Siegel Street and Carolina Crusher versus I-10 Picola I-10 Haulers. Picola I-10 Haulers and Carolina Crushers, both of them decided not to set their lineups because they both had a running back on their team who was an inactive player. So they got two zeros there. They had big performances from Matt Ryan, Derrick Henry, and Darren Waller for Carolina Crusher. And for Haulers, he had Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, and Calvin Ridley with huge performances. Couldn't really point the finger to who was the reason, which player was the reason one lost or the other one won. Just that's just the way it fell. You know, that's where the cookie crumble. So, Carolina Crusher, you eliminated from the chance to get the number one pick next year. Picola I-10 Haulers, you move on to the championship round to try and get the number one pick in next year's draft. Next matchup, we got the Chosen One versus Siegel Street. Siegel Street had bad luck. Mark Ingram was a healthy scratch. I guess you ain't pay attention to that. He gave you 0 points. You also got 4 points from the Vikings defense, whereas the Dolphins defense on the opposing team got 22. So listen, those are the two reasons you lost right there. Mark Ingram 0, Minnesota's defense 4. I don't know why the hell you played Minnesota's defense over the Bills, who've been strong lately versus Denver, who can't even put up points. But hey, listen, that move right there cost you the game right there. That was it. The Bills defense put up 26 points, and the Vikings defense put up 4, which was a 22-point swing, which means you would have had 151 points in a W. Anyways, Chosen One, Deshaun Watson gave you 32. You had 27 from McKissick. You had 21 from Cole Beasley and 22 from the Dolphins defense. Congratulations, man. Ever since week 11, you've been coming on strong. It was too little too late to make the playoffs, but guess what? In the consolation, you've been rolling. You move on to the championship round to face Picola I-10 Haulers for the opportunity to get the number one pick next year in next year's draft. Now for the real shit. Okay, first matchup. Show me your titties. Memphis Bad Boys. Memphis Bad Boys had a running back deficiency. He had 3 running backs in his lineup. Edwards-Helaire got hurt, but he got hurt late on in the game, not like at the beginning. So he had an opportunity to do some stuff. He did okay. He got 8 points though before he got hurt. Chris Carson and Wayne Gallman combined for 10 points. So 18 points combined for 3 running backs. That ain't gonna cut it, man. That ain't gonna cut it in the playoffs, the second round, the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna do it. Justin Herbert 36, Stephon Diggs 27, and Hunter Henry 17. Rams defense 18, and that was it, man. Like I said, the running backs was too much for you to overcome. Show me your titties. Had Kyler Murray with 46, Benny Snell with 21. He had CeeDee Lamb with 21. Deontay Johnson gave him 19. And he only had one player that really underperformed badly, and that was Mike Davis with 7 points. But either way, it was more than enough to win. Congratulations, show me your titties. You move on to the championship round. Memphis Bad Boys, you have to play the third place game next round in an effort to get your money back. No trophy there, bro. No hardware, but you at least might be able to get your money back. Next matchup, Who's Your Daddy versus Platinum Power. This was a high-scoring affair, 180 to 198. Tom Brady gave Platinum Power 33. Aaron Jones 28. Kiki QT, well, not Kiki QT, but DJ Moore 21. DeAndre Hopkins 33. Jonathan Taylor 19. Browns defense 19, and he had 18 from Alvin Kamara. As for Who's Your Daddy, Josh Allen 46, Tony Pollard 33, Dalvin Cook 30, Travis Kelce 22, Seahawks defense 19, and here's the problem right here. Here's the problem. Here's how I lost the game. Very simple. Keenan Allen in my starting lineup. Keenan Allen in my starting lineup. A guy that realistically, honestly, I never told Enrique this because I just don't like to. I just didn't talk to him about it. But I didn't have a phone to even set the shit on Thursday. I didn't. I was sitting there looking for my phone, which got taken from me. Well, from a store I was shopping in at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I ended up trying to track it. Finally got to uh, somebody to answer my phone hours later because I used the one of the people who was sitting down there on break to track my phone, and they said that it was in the outlet still. So I just kept on trying to call it using random phones, and eventually, hours later, somebody picked it up. Apparently, whoever had it realized they couldn't get in. Without the fingerprint, without the code, they couldn't take the battery out and turn it off or do anything to it because it had a built-in battery. It just couldn't do anything. Only thing you could do with that phone when it's like that is if somebody calls, you can slide over and answer the phone. And when that call is over, it goes right back to blackout. So they realized they couldn't do shit when they dropped it off. And fortunately for me, somebody answered the phone. Unfortunately for me, it was after the time where I could set the lineup, and Keenan Allen was just stuck in there for me. He ended up giving me 2 points. 2 points. A guy that averaged 20 points a game. The top 5 wide receiver before this game, he was the number 4 receiver in the league. Gave me 2 points, and also a top 3 kicker in the league. Gave me 2 points. So between those two, and Amari Cooper giving me 3 points, I mean, Jesus, man. I lost by 18 points, and congratulations, Platinum Power, man. You were the better team. It's always a little luck involved in fantasy. Sometimes it's bad luck, but either way, you win. You move on to the next round, and you get an opportunity to play in the championship round. Who's Your Daddy will have to play Memphis Bad Boys in the 3rd place game to see if I can get my money back. So, hey, man, overall, it's been a good year. Even with COVID and all that other stuff going on, for the most part, people have been paying attention. People have been very, very active on the waivers and trades. There's been a lot of trades, been a lot of waiver moves, and you know what? I'm glad y'all decided to play with me this year, man. The 2 teams that made it to the finals, y'all deserve it. Y'all earned it. I wish y'all both the best of luck, man. I won't be seeing y'all till after Friday. So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, humbug, humbug, all that Ebenezer Scrooge bullshit. But for everybody else, Merry Christmas, man. I'll see y'all next week for the recap of the championship rounds. All right.